in 24 hours that we saw on Bitcoin. Hi, Gilbert. Are you there? Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon.
All right. So, Gilbert, tell us what happened. We see Bitcoin has recovered, but Cardano and BNB have not. How did they miss the train?
There is always seasonality and timing when it gets to the market. So not every asset move alongside with themselves. You know, some assets are correlated to themselves, some are correlated to Bitcoin, others are not. So what investors must always do if they are in any asset is they need to understand seasonality and timing. This does not mean that Cardano and XRP will not have their fair share of the price surge that is taking place or the recovery. And though it could. One other thing we could see as well could be when XRP and Cardano will be having their own price surge. That may be when we will see Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies having their downside, because, you know, an asset does not go up forever, neither does it go down forever, nor range forever. So what's just happening is we just need to wait for timing. These are solid assets. XRP just had its victory in court, you know, back-to-back victory. And then their development, technological development is still advanced, community becoming stronger and bigger than it's been before. So we will still see a recovery and also an upside surge still gets to these other assets that are not having their own surge for now.
But what news, I mean, yesterday, almost about this time, Bitcoin was still about 42,000 and then now it's gained more than 2%. Was there anything that pushed it that fast?
Okay, you know the story about the MatrixPort. This is actually the story of an analyst who found himself in the center of our conversation by predicting that there will be a Bitcoin, there will be a rejection of the Bitcoin ETF. You know, this went very viral quickly, and the founder of MatrixPort had to come and do a disclaimer that this stance does not represent the views of MatrixPort, but rather the views of its analyst. The thing is, this analyst is a respected analyst in the firm, you know, and I also share the same view. I also think there is a larger likelihood of a rejection of the spot ETF. But the thing is, this actually triggered over a 9% drawdown, which we saw. You know, the drawdown that happened, it fueled uncertainty in the market. But this activity really serves more as a case study for me on the impact of news and rumor in the market, raising also question on the vulnerability of external influence in the market. You know, for over 100 billion being wiped out of the market. And we have seen this before in the case of Cointelegraph. When Cointelegraph gave us the news that the spot ETF had been approved and we saw a major surge, you know, this event actually highlight the need for investors to critically evaluate their news source, and probably I'm looking more of an advocacy for a regulatory framework as well within the space. But so far, the bounce back happened because the drawdown that happened was nothing to be scared about. Bitcoin actually broke out of an ascending triangle. So typically what happens is after a breakout, you know, a retest, it's normal for a retest to happen, but the retest broke the support below the support level, but got back within the range of the ascending triangle. And so seeing this upsurge, it isn't surprising at the end of the day.
Yeah, so what do we see Bitcoin doing this weekend? Do we see it continue in this recovery pattern? I know we are aiming for, I think the highest I've heard is 75 for Bitcoin this year. Do we see it going straight there? We still have a lot of setbacks.
Okay, on the longer time frame, there are a lot of exciting news around Bitcoin. The ETF is here. Bitcoin halving as well is here. We also see investors are excited about what's happening. There's more regulatory clarity as well in the marketplace. But when I look at what should we expect this week and probably next week, Bitcoin is in a range. It's in a range of an ascending triangle. And as long as it remains in this range and in this structure, 47.5, which is 47,500, has a very large likelihood of playing. I think this is our next target for the price of Bitcoin. There are possibilities we may see 48, but I'm just trying to be very minimalist. The market is structured for us to see a 47,500 any moment from now.
Wow, that'll be good. That'll be good. And we know that a lot is happening to the dollar and the US, and of course, these are driving factors for Bitcoin.
Oh, yes, a lot of things happening in the US. But the thing is, even though there are a lot of uncertainties, at macro level and what is happening in the US, we cannot forget the fact that the Feds just drove down inflation from about 9% down to about 3% right now. And even though they retreated their commitment to do whatever it takes to keep inflation to 2%, but this year we are expecting more of rate cut. And these are positive news for the cryptocurrency market as well as the entire market in general. And moving also to the election, we are not about to see the president of America, if you understand history, go into the election with high rate cuts. He is supposed to package the market well, and not make the market looks bad while he's going to the election. Whatever needs to be done to make, they can't keep increasing rate forever. Things are going to become more difficult for the consumers there and middlemen and also the poor men. So it's very important they start cutting rate. And once we start seeing this rate cut, the market is going to react more positively at the end of the day.
All right, many positive drivers for Bitcoin and crypto market generally. Thank you so much, Gilbert, and have a great weekend.
And you too.
All right, so that's where we draw the curtains on the program today. Thank you so much for being a part of the repackaged, robust capital. Oh my world, even I am struggling. I've gotten so used to that. But this repackaged Business Incorporated of 55 minutes, I know and I hope it's been worth your while. Remember, you can always watch the program when you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/channels web, and then you can watch Business Incorporated and some past episodes of Business Morning. I can't seem to let it go. So you can